Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to Wake Up Charlotte after the show, as we still are trying to decide what exactly to call this little webcast. This morning we are talking about masks, and broadly speaking, we want to know, are you still wearing them? We know the mask mandates have been lifted a long time ago here in North Carolina and in most parts of the country, but now you're starting to see some places like LA and other places start to go back into mandates. And so we're wanting to know this morning, any of you still wear masks as you go outside? Because we know the Delta variant spreading rapidly. 60% of the cases here in Charlotte are now that Delta variant. It spreads a lot easier than the typical kind of coronavirus. So I know I found myself yesterday at the grocery store deciding to go ahead and wear a mask again, which felt a little strange to put it back on. But we're also specifically talking about kids. Should kids be wearing a mask when they head back to school this fall? Because we're getting some sort of conflicting information from, you got the CDC on one side, and then you got the American Academy of Pediatrics on the other side, giving parents some conflicting messages about when it comes to masks in school. Kendall Moore is actually joining us for her first time on our Wake Up Charlotte after the show, post show. So Kendall, sort of explain the discrepancy parents are getting when it comes to kids wearing masks.
Right. Yeah, you're hearing two different things here. You have the American Academy of Pediatrics who came out and said, we need universal masking in schools right now, regardless of your vaccination status. So they're saying anyone ages 2 and over, students and staff, you need to be wearing a mask when you go to school this fall. So they did this because they're saying that they cannot be vaccinated at this point, that only children ages 12 and over are even eligible to receive the vaccine. The elementary students, they don't have a vaccine available for them. Probably going to be, I've heard midwinter was the last report that we did as far as a timeline for that vaccine. But that they're also saying that we have all of these variants out there that are very confusing. Delta variant is present here in the Charlotte area at this point. And we know from Mecklenburg County's last update that it's people ages 39 and younger that are making up the majority of new cases. I think the percentage was like 71%. Roughly the last week and a half have been from people ages 39. Among those, 99% of the new cases in hospitals are people who are not fully vaccinated. So you've kind of got a lot on here. So basically, pediatrics need to be wearing a mask. Then you have the CDC, who has come out with their guidance and said that, right here, I have my notes in front of me. So they basically say that masks should be worn indoors by individuals ages 2 and older who are not fully vaccinated. So they say if you are vaccinated, it's okay to take the mask off. But if you are not fully vaccinated, you need to be wearing that mask. The problem here with schools is I haven't heard of a public school system yet that is requiring the COVID-19 vaccine. I don't think they're checking for that, and also asking, certain portion that is right now. So lots of conflicting information. We have school districts out there that are trying to make these decisions. There's at least 3 in our viewing area that have already said we're going to make masks optional for the fall semester when back class. CMS, however, has not made a decision, but they say that we will follow state government and all the health officials' guidance to make sense.
All right, Kendall, we missed some of your things you say because the mic issue, but I think we got the overall idea. Ruby and Larry, I'll go ahead and bring you in. The question this morning is should kids be wearing masks when they head back to school? Are you wearing a mask still? We know the mandates have been lifted, but a lot of folks, especially with this Delta variant, are getting increasingly concerned, even if they're vaccinated.
I mean, I don't have kids, so I can't really say if kids should be wearing masks. I do have a niece, and I think that I would be open, if my sister was like, what do you think? I would definitely, be open to her putting back on a mask just because of the unknown of the Delta variant and what it could potentially, do moving forward as cases are already up from that. Me personally, it's pretty much case by case for me. I've been to the store without a mask. Some days I'll have it on. But I think just as time goes on and we hear more about what's going on, how it's affecting us, that may, change my status. But as of right now, it's really case by case, Larry.
The people I know who have kids, quite a few, family and in the neighborhood, most are going along with the wear the mask because, out of caution, out of safety, following the procedures that they did last year. And that's probably, as far as I'm concerned, it's probably the better opportunity for people to stay safe. Not all kids are vaccinated until they all are, like many adults are, like most of us are here in this TV station, out of precaution. For me personally, if it's mandatory, and there still are some businesses where they encourage that, I'll wear one. But for the most part, I've not worn a mask. What I have noticed, and I do, my favorite kind of shopping is grocery shopping. I would say probably 1/5, 2/5 of the people that I shop around are still wearing masks. Most aren't, because I think in many cases a lot of adults are vaccinated in this area.
Yeah, and we should say lots of folks reacting, and we're seeing your comments, Donna. There, children are at risk if they aren't or can't be vaccinated. Yes, so yes, they should be wearing masks. We're hearing both sides, though. People feel strongly about this one, and I can't actually scroll through all the commenents over here.
I think I saw one person say it should be up to the parent, and then another person said a two-year-old or a kid that's super young is not going to wear. Not a 2-year-old, but a kid will not wear a mask for 2 or more hours, during the school day. Some of the comments I saw.
I think we're talking more of the actual school age, first grade on up, rather than, if they're in nursery school, something like that. Yeah, how can you make a little 2-year-old kid wear a mask? I would hate to have that responsibility, but I think once you're mature, you're in a school situation and everybody else is doing it, then that would encourage you to do the same. But you know what? We're in the United States of America, and we have the choice to make, and sometimes you just got to leave it up to the parents.
Yeah, and we're hearing a lot of people say the same sort of thing. Tanya there saying she has mixed emotions when it comes to wearing masks. I want my kids safe, but honestly, in younger children, how many of them are really keeping them on correctly and all day? How many of the kids are playing with them? Fair point. I think
we're trading them possibly with their friends or other kids.
Yeah. Laura says we're not doing masks anymore. It's not happening. They are breeding grounds for germs. Union County voted it. It was parents' choice. Everyone else should follow suit. So people falling down on both sides of this issue on whether or not children should be masked. As Kendall explained to us, the CDC saying one thing, American Academy of Pediatrics saying another, which leaves parents in a difficult spot. And then broader picture, you've got places that are now reinstituting mask mandates because we know this Delta variant is so contagious, and people who are vaccinated are getting this again. I saw one comment earlier say, "Oh, I thought if you get vaccinated, you don't need to get a mask." Well, that's technically true. The fact that since not everybody got vaccinated, it is believed by the experts we're going to be dealing with this for a long time. If we had everybody get vaccinated, then nobody would need to wear masks. But since some people, half the population, are choosing not to get vaccinated, as the scientists have explained, this variant is going to stick around for a while. And yes, people who are vaccinated are still going to end up getting it because it's jumping from host to host to host. The idea is those folks that are vaccinated don't have serious cases. And that's what we're seeing play out in local hospitals as well. So let us know what you think. Should there be masks in schools? Should we be wearing masks in general? You can continue to comment, weigh in, debate, and let us know what you think. And here's hoping you guys have a great day.
Thank you.